Okay, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight to our Wednesday night drop talk. My name's Billie Heggie. I'm here with my friend Anne. You might be joining us tonight for a few different reasons. Maybe you have been using the drops, the body balancing drops. So you're here to learn a little bit more about them. Maybe you saw a help wanted ad on Facebook and you got sent this video in response to that. We're going to share a little bit more about Partner Co tonight and what it has to offer and what it's offered us. So with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Anne and have her kick it off.
All right, you guys. Thanks, Billy. Thanks for doing this with me. So, we are super excited to be here. I started on these drops just a little bit before Billy did. I saw a post and I had every single one of these symptoms with the exception of adult acne. I have had that in my adult life. I did not have it when I saw a post in May of 2024. But I was completely blown away that there was something like this actually existed. And so I was like, you know what? It's in the United States, it's a homeopathic product. In Canada, it's an herbal blend. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I was absolutely blown away within a very short period of time. A lot of these symptoms were gone. And so I love the drops, and I'm super passionate about sharing them with people because and we do share our testimony. This is what happened with me. I had an elevated A1C. I was technically pre-diabetic. Within 3 months, my A1C came down into the normal range. It's continued to improve since I started on the drops. Every time I get my labs done every 3 months. My insulin has continually come down into the normal range. I have just so many other wins. I have released 25 pounds. I was diagnosed with several different autoimmune diseases several years ago. Definitely had a lot of struggles. I'm menopausal, so the drops are my friend. I am a much happier person on the drops, and people can tell if I haven't taken them. So I am all about the drops. But the drops are for men and women. My husband, I started him on the drops, not because of the same symptoms, more because we both had recently hit our 50s. And I have known him since I was 16, and I had noticed that he was reacting more to stressors that he never had reacted to before. And I knew that was cortisol. So he started on the drops. He released 15 pounds and he's continued to stay on them. We love the drops. So I think most people are looking for the things that are listed right here. We're looking for that mobility. We're looking for, more energy, better hair, increased libido, restful sleep. We're looking for these things, a better metabolism. I mean, come on, I need that. And we have that opportunity with the drops. What I love with Partner Co., that's the name of our company, is that we are debt-free. We just celebrated 3 years old. We're in over 50 markets around the world. We are led by, honestly, we have the most incredible leaders in the industry. We have a Bill of Rights that protects our partners. And we have, honestly, the most incredible owners. I've been in this industry for over 20 years, actually 23 years at this point. And Darren and John are the top. I mean, and we are, as a company, we are in like massive momentum globally. Actually, we're actually number one in global momentum. So that's very exciting. What I love with the products that we have over 80 products around the globe. And each one of these categories, when you look at them, I mean, honestly, the thing that's fascinating is that we have products in each one of these categories. In each one of these categories by themselves is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Each one: protein, weight management, immunity, health and aging, daily health, detox, energy, focus, hormone support. Each one of those alone is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So what our products do is they really not only do we span the globe with an opportunity, but we also we're spanning the mega trends that are happening right now globally, which is very exciting. And I love this. All of our products, they're, farm to pharmaceutical, meaning they're like the noni comes from the noni groves and Tahiti, and they are grown there. Our peas are, our protein. Everything is handpicked from nature combined with awesome science. So all of our products are doctor created. And I'm going to let Billie share about the drops and her experience with the drops.
Okay, so thanks, Anne. So you guys, you probably are here because you A, are using the drops, B, you've heard about them, you're interested in learning more, C, you love them, and you did what I did. I bought a box of drops from Anne, and then I experienced a number of things she talked about. I experienced increased energy, better sleep, more level mood. I experienced all those things, weight loss, inches. And I said to her after about just 2 to 3 weeks, I was like, okay, people are asking me what I'm doing. What do I tell? Like, how do I share these with people? Okay. And so we had that chat that we're going to share with you tonight. But this is what I learned the reason I started using them was to support my thyroid. I have a rogue, I'm going to just call it rogue thyroid. That is the best way to describe my thyroid. It's rogue. And I wanted just to support it in every way that I could from a natural perspective. And so I had bought the box of drops from Anne on a whim. And so so what's cool is over the last year and a half, almost 2 years that I've been using the drops, I started using the Slenderix Accelerate combo. That is the homeopathic version that the United States has. And then in Canada, we went through the process. We've got our own version approved. It's a herbal formulation. We call those the day and night drops. And the day and night drops are what the whole world and Partner Co uses aside from the United States, because the United States is one of the only country I'm aware of where if you aren't a homeopathic certified, professional doctor, however, whatever you might call it, there's no restrictions on that in the United States only. So that's why we have two versions, but you want to think of them as like a BMW and a Mercedes. Both of them, they're built differently, they look differently. How you operate them might be a little bit different, but they're ultimately going to give you the same effect. So I'll have you click the slide for me, Anne. And so ultimately what they're going to do, they're both going to help you. We kind of call them a little power couple. It's those things that Anne mentioned, that I mentioned, just that round the clock support. And here's what I love. And I love that I'm seeing some men on this Zoom tonight, because people will say, I've had so many people say, well, can my husband use them? Yes. Men, I don't know what it is with you guys, but men generally do better I say they lose weight faster in our clinical studies than women on the drops. Any age can use them. So you can, any age from, what's the old saying, basket to casket, maybe not babies, but from 18 on up. And if you have a special case where a child might want to use them, you could consult with your doctor there. But anyways, you can click the slide for me, Anne. You guys are they're just a true power couple, okay? The things that they do. And when people see that change in you, whether it's your face looks slimmer, you're got more energy, your moods are more level, that's what happened to me. People started saying, what have you been doing? And that's when I said to Anne, I was like, okay, Anne, people are asking me about these drops. I mentioned them on my stories one day on Instagram, and my messages blew up. And so that's when I learned about the drops, and how what's really cool about them is that Partner Co is the only place you can get them. You cannot go on Amazon and find the same thing. So if you say, I could find the same thing online somewhere else, no, you couldn't. It's unique to Partner Co. It's the only place that you can get them. And this is why we need help sharing the word about the drops. So I'm going to pass it back over to you, Anne. And I actually want to just say, before I pass it over to you, we're going to share with you kind of how you get your hands on them. But you guys, here's the thing. When People ask you, what are you doing? You could send them to your brand partner. You could send them to me, to Anne, to whomever invited you on this call or whoever shared this recording with you. But you have an opportunity here you get to earn the referral rewards. You get to earn a little bit or a lot. I started this just to earn a little bit of extra. I wanted to pay for my son's hockey fees, pay for our camping, just pay for some little extra summer fun at the time, and it's turned into so much more. I was able to scale this, and I was having a conversation with someone today. I love that you can start this to earn a little bit, or you can earn a lot. The opportunity to do is there to do both. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Anne, and we'll share a little bit more.
All right. So thanks, Billie. So what I love is that what we call it is they named our company Partner Co. because John and Darren, our owners, wanted to partner with us in the field and to be true partners with us. So we call it partnership marketing, and because it is truly a partnership with our owners and with us on getting these products out into the marketplace. And so like Billie said, like when I fell in love with them, I shared them with my friends. She did the same thing. When you love something, you really do. You shout it from the rooftops, especially if it starts impacting people in more ways than just weight release, which is awesome. But when we start having even all the non-scale victories that we have with the drops, it's amazing. So globally, we've sold over 1 million of the drops. Like I said, we're in over 50 markets. We have been voted the #1 compensation plan in the industry, which is amazing. We pay out up to 51%. What I love is that our marketing team, they win award after award after award after award, and it's not just for network marketing industry. It's for any industry in marketing. They're winning awards. Our Tahitian noni, which I have it all the time by me. It is a phenomenal antioxidant. We've sold over 172 million bottles of that. So you can get started with your drops or any of our other products. We really just talk about our showstoppers, which are the drops tonight. But you can get started and become a preferred customer and do a subscribe and save. It's a free account. You'll get your drops every 4 weeks and you'll never run out. And you're going to save 15% on every single order. And that's an awesome option. Your next option would be getting your own account. And this is what I've done and what Billie's done. In the US, it's $29.95. In Canada, it's $37.95. It's a one-time fee. You never pay that again. There's no renewal fee, which I absolutely love. And it gives you access to, you can shop at a deeper discount. There's some people that do that. Or you can choose to create an additional income like I have done and like Billie has done. So in the United States, I'm going to go through the US numbers. Billie will go through the Canadian numbers. This does not include tax or shipping with any of the numbers because taxes are different in every state. Some states are awesome and don't have any tax, like the state of Texas, and some states have more tax. So some people get started with a 4-pack. This is a really common purchase for a couple who are both going to use the drops. It will set them up to have 2 months worth of the drops, and or if someone's just going to get started by themselves, they're set up for 4 months. What I love about this pack is that I love sharing this part here. It's really important to give the drops time to work within your body. I really tell people that it really takes a solid 90 to 120 days. So some people get started with the 4-pack because what it does is the retail amount on the website is $176. In the US, we sell them for $167. We buy them in bulk, as you can see here, and we sell them for $167. In Canada, Billie will share those prices. When you purchase the 4-pack, it's going to bring that price per pack down under $100 per set, which is awesome. So if you're like we're all about getting in where you fit in, you could also buy the 4-pack, sell 3 of them, get yours for free, and it will also pay for your membership. um, with the 10-pack, that's where I started because we didn't have a 30-pack. I started with a 10-pack. It's $8.79. When you sell 6 of those, the rest is profit. That's how I look at it. Sell 6, the rest is profit. And the profit on that's going to be $7.91. With the 30-pack, I always encourage people to understand what I love about this pack is that when you sell 15, the second set of 15 are profit. So it's $24.99, but your profit is over $2,500, which is absolutely phenomenal when you think about, wow, like that's incredible. And I'll touch on it later, Billy, the why we love the 30-pack.
And before we move on, I
Mm-hmm.
just want to I want to know if you're on this call. One of the things we forgot to ask you guys is
Yes.
if you are using the drops, we'd love to hear from you in the chat. If you're using them, do you have a tech? Would you love to share with people on the call how you're doing on the drops? Do you have better memory issues, less brain fog? Have you lost a few pounds? I'd love for you to tell us in the chat, and tell everybody that's maybe new checking out the drops what your results were, or why you started them, as well. So in Canada, much the same idea. 4, 10, 30. 4-pack is a great customer pack. Where a lot of people will get them if they're going to do like the husband and wife, or couple sisters split it, or split it with a best friend, that sort of thing. And in Canada, on average, we sell them at $200 a box. And so, for example, on that 4-pack, if you were to buy a 4-pack and sell them, you would make $300. And so on a 10-pack, same idea, like what Anne mentioned, you would sell each of those, let's say at $200, you would make just over $800. And again, on a 30-pack, you would sell each of those, same thing, and you would earn $2,500. You guys, one of the things that I love to share, so my personal experience was I sold just over 30 boxes in 12 days. And a lot of people, we have an incredible system of growth. We'll touch on that in a second, but we have an incredible system that, when people plug into it, they will generally sell 10 in their first 30 days. It depends on, I'm not going to say nothing is guaranteed, but it's very common that we have people that will sell through those, their thirty boxes in that first 30 days. And we have that system of growth. So you don't have to stand on a street corner, with a sign that you've got drops for sale. We've got a proven system of growth that we're going to help you do that. And so what we do is we use a couple of apps. So we use our Facebook app, we use an app called Boards, and we use an app called Telegram. So we show you how to download each of these apps. They're free. And then we use our board system, which is like a little mini filing cabinet where everything that you're going to need to know to share about the drops is located. So if somebody messages you, says, "Hey, tell me about the drops," you're going to be able to go into your boards, tap in a reply. Everything is laid out for you. So what I love about that is it's turnkey. If you're on your lunch break at work, you're replying to a few messages, you literally can build your business in, really in the pockets of your day, whether you're sitting waiting to pick up your kids at sports or pick them up in the carpool line at school. You can literally plug and play, and you don't have to be an expert, and you learn as you earn. And so I love that you could make, on your first social media post, someone messages you, say you sell 4 boxes a drop, people are Venmoing you, or in Canada we e-transfer, and that puts money in your pocket right away, to help you, basically cover your drops and then some, and make that extra money. So I love it. I could go on and on about this, but my favorite part that you need to know is that you can do it in, I would say 3.5 hours, 5 hours a week, in terms of just your message replies and your posting. And it doesn't have to cost you anything to get started. You can literally use free versions of all of these apps, and we work together, and support each other in helping us helping you build your business, and we're going to help you do that. So, anyway, we could go on about that, but we won't. I want Anne to talk about the growth that we're experiencing. Like she said earlier, we're number one in momentum. And this is why we need help. This is why we want to lock arms with people to to spread the word about what we have going on here, because it's incredible.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Billie, thank you so much. So I absolutely, one of the things I love, like I talked about before, Billie and I both have been in the industry for over 20 years. The difference here are like every component we've hit on are really crucial. You have to have a viral product. You have to have awesome owners who are in like in it with you, partnered with you, locked arms with you, growing this globally. You have to have great leadership in the field. You have to have a compensation plan that is significant, and people have to be able to make right now money. And then the last thing is you do have to have a system of growth that everyone can follow and that can duplicate. That's how you grow to a multi-billion-dollar company. I have been through significant growth before and experienced exponential growth before with a company. And what I love is this is where we are here today with Partner Co. We're 3 years old and we're debt free. We came out with a new product. Like we just came out with a new product in the US and Canada just a month ago. We have more new product coming out this year. We just expanded. We're expanding into India. We are growing globally, and we are in huge momentum in North America. That is actually our strongest market. And so when you plug in to all that we already have in place, you can be part of this momentum right here, because we will be a multi-billion-dollar company. I believe that. I understand. I've been part of something before, and it was just on a much smaller scale than this. So I understand how this is going, the trajectory of this and where we're going, and all the things. We have all the things in place, and it is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm super excited about it. I could go on and on about it. We really want you to get in where you fit in. So whether it's the 4-pack, whether it's the 10-pack, whether it's the 30-pack, we want you to get in where you fit in, and we're going to meet you with where you are, and we're going to coach you, we're going to teach you, we're going to guide you on how to not only make back your investment, but we want to help you make even more than that. We want to help you grow a business if that's what you're interested in doing. So the benefit of the 30-pack is the thing I want to touch on. When you sign up to become a brand partner here, we have 4 weeks to establish our business level. Once we establish that, it's set forever, which is awesome. And the 30-pack sets you up at that top pay right away, that top business level right away. Some people, they start with a 4-pack or a 10-pack, and then they get up to that top pay by the end of the 4 weeks. That's why we have the system of growth that we do, and the marketing campaign that we have is to help you regardless of where you get in. We want you to get to that top pay. Okay. So the 30-pack sets you up on day one. It would be 3 10-packs, or it would be a lot of 4-packs would get you there. But regardless of where you are, we want you to get in where you fit in, and we want to help meet your needs with the product and with the business, or both. You know, I love all the testimonials in the chat. I'd love for you to share, if you are doing this as a business, where you started. Did you start with a 4-pack? Did you start with a box of drops? Did you start with a 10-pack? Did you start with a 30-pack? Where did you start? Because everyone starts in a different place. Like I said, I started with a 10-pack, and then when I understood, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna work to get to that to get to that top pay because I understood how important it was to establish that top pay. So what that means is you're making double the upfront income for the same amount of work. So we want you to make the double the income for the same amount of work as you would make without being at top pay. So Billie and I just really want to encourage you to dream big and act now. Like, this is an opportunity that, like I said, our business is booming. I think there was a 4 week period between mid January and mid February, Billie, that there were over 1,000 new people that signed up on our team. Our company is in massive momentum, and we want you to come with us. We want you to lock arms with us. I didn't share a ton about my health journey, but what I will tell you is that my doctor, when I had another follow-up, I'm going to just share this little bit because I think it's important for people to understand, because there have been a lot of questions in the chat about wellness. I love these products because one of the things that happened with me is I actually had atrophy on my brain from a diagnosis, something I was diagnosed with. It was actually early dementia. And these products have helped me to restore my wellness. And the other thing that happened was my leptin, which is one of our foundational hormones that the drops help to balance, was really high. When that's high, you can't lose weight. So I needed to lose about 50 pounds when I started on the drops. I'm down 25. So I still have weight to release. But what's happening is my body is releasing the weight. So when in December of 2024, my leptin was at a 50. In December of 2025, it was at a 19. My doctor couldn't believe the difference. And when she's like, what have you been doing? Because I've been working with this doctor for probably about 5 years. And I said to her, I'm just taking those drops that I told you about, and I'm drinking their superfood drinks. And you guys, that's what I'm doing, is I'm using these incredible products, and I've been able to reclaim my wellness. And so I saw people with questions that had questions about brain fog and having better clarity, the Renew, the drops, the MOA, those are going to be your best friend to help you reclaim any cognitive wellness. Also the BioPro Q, that's one of our great products. But we have so many products that you can take on a daily basis that are going to help you to have not just longevity, right? We can't make any claims, but you're also going to have better wellness with your longevity. That's what I want. So, Billie, is there anything that you would like to add?
No, I just think, as I was looking through people's testimonials here, it's really incredible. And I think what's so fascinating to me about just what we're doing here and this whole journey, like I started this for me, like for my own selfish goals in terms of my health. And but I love that I can not only share with people how to make extra income doing this by sharing it with other people, but I actually get to help people whether they're looking for income or not, how we actually truly get to help people. I mean, like look at Kelly. She's been on the drop 6 weeks, lost 18 pounds, sleeping so restfully
Wow.
after years of not sleeping good and taking 80 to 90 milligrams of melatonin within the first
Wow.
week of using the drops. Do you guys know how many people take sleeping pills, sleeping aids,
Sleeping
sleep
aids. Yeah.
like things they shouldn't be taking, right? Just to get a good night's sleep. Sleep is so crucial. And so
You
like
wake
this
up
is
tired. You wake up
yes,
tired. You don't wake up rested.
this is amazing, and it's a life-giving when, for her, she says after 2 weeks, I'm just going to read this one out for those of you on the recording because you won't be able to see this. Kelly says, I have been on the drops for 6 weeks. I've lost 18 pounds. I'm sleeping so restfully at night after years of not sleeping good and taking 80 to 90 milligrams of melatonin. Within the first week of using the drops, I was totally off the melatonin. I have arthritis in both hips and had such bad pain and inflammation in them. After 2 weeks on the drops, I could tell they weren't hurting so bad. 6 weeks later, the pain is so minimal. The food noise is gone, mood swings totally better, and I have energy through the roof. It's just amazing. You guys, this is not, Kelly is not the first person that we've heard of people getting great results. Karen's down 13 pounds in 5 weeks, 30 pounds in 5 months, size 14 to a 6'8". And when you look through how people start, there's no right or wrong way to get started. And that's the beautiful part. You start with 4, you start with 10, you start with 30. It's completely up to you. But there's just a really incredible opportunity to not only change your health, but also change your finances and bring in that extra money that many people desperately need right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so much more I could say, but I won't.
Yes, and
Um,
we're just we Billie and I are talkers, and so we love talking about this. It's so much fun, and we're just blown away because again, since we've been in this industry and we understand what most is out, like all the things that are out there, this company is it's second to none. We have just it's just unbelievable. And so we really do we just want people to come with us, to lock arms with us, and to build this with us, who love people and want to help people. They want to help people get healthier, and they want to help people win by creating an additional income stream if that's what they're interested in. That's why I started building here. I know that's a big driver for Billie, and so we're just so excited that you joined us. We're excited that you're watching the recording, and we just can't wait to see where this business takes you. So thanks for joining us tonight, you guys. Have a great one.
See you. Thank you.